Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I have very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes.
То ты признала, какая же ты молодец.
I truly want what's best for this town.
Это правда.
And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Все перешли. Ну.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Ведь и правда нету.
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie killed them.
Let me just make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your
Ты
watch.
хороший, я один удар ему нанес.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
Конечно.
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's
Они меня не
always
слушают
been.
вообще.
See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the
Обещаниями
promise of
только и
more?
наполнял.
Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny. Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
Ты в долг дал за бешеные проценты.
Brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Вот это ты перебор.
Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Да, тебя же здесь не было.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
what
up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't...
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
Попал.
That's it.
Ой, спасибо,
Down
Нериса.
the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up!
Всегда
Clearly,
убивали.
we're
Вот к
having
чему это
trouble agreeing
привело.
on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a
Look, I'm making the call.
Why should you?
He is the only officially appointed representative here.
Right. Bigby should decide.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Я в этом разобрался, я
do
это и
what you think is
закончу.
right.
И убивать мы больше никого не будем. Ты же сама говорила, Снежа.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him away.
get rid of him.
Not this way.
Ах ты падла! Ах ты падла! Я тебя хотел пощадить же.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Нет уж.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
can't
What
be
he's
serious.
done? You're just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right.
Неплохо вмял так. Да, Фейблтаун должен запомнить, что убийство за убийство — это не выход. Чем тогда они будут отличаться от него? Роскошные апартаменты Вудлендса. Одним днем позже. Хорошо, что все заканчивалось именно так. Это он, что ли? Ха! Ха!
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue.
По-моему, он
I
его
thought it
куда-то
would be better
послал.
for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Да, Гринлиф.
Let's just call it even.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
Отлично. А, то есть они как раз и поедут.
This fucking line.
С ленточкой тоже стоит.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Спасибо.
Right. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Вся в работе. Ну да, надо кому-то. Уважительно отнес. Уважительно к ней. Ты опоздал. Ну отлично. По крайней мере, люди стали уважать.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Такая хрюшка с пивом. Не, никто не заметит. Стелс просто. Колин. Роскошные апартаменты в Вудлендс.
I'm going. Jesus.
А почему ты уезжаешь-то? Мог бы купить,
We
блин.
only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You
О,
forgot these.
тот.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? How are you, holding up? I know this
Я не
isn't
хотел
ideal
тебя
for
отправлять,
you.
я тебе денег
Just
дал.
why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Понятно.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
That's real nice.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around.
Там рядом река, да-да-да. Можно плавать сколько угодно, не задерживать дыхание, когда кого-нибудь увидишь. В любое время.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He must have run off.
Bullshit.
Ну извини, жаб. Ну чё мне теперь? Хвастаться,
Saying
что ли?
goodbye?
Верится.
Hi.
Hi.
Ты улыбаешься.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if
Bigby, I know you're trying to help. But this is just something I need to do on my own.
Да
Listen,
уж, я понимаю.
I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
Narissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
А ты ведь действительно пыталась их защитить.
Trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Сигарету, давай дотронемся до...
I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So
Да,
I
я
did the only
помню,
thing
когда
I
к вам
could
пришел,
do.
ты говорила, что надо предупредить о чем-то.
I left
Подожди,
Faith's head
Вера
at
должна
your
была
doorstep.
предупредить. Что-то это, не помню.
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
Ничего не отвечу.
Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Чё? Чё-то вы все так... И Вера так говорила.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little
Did
Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're
Тестов.
looking for.
Что происходит? Что происходит? Ты говоришь как Вера. Иди-ка сюда. Я не знаю.
Wolf.
А вот теперь даже как... А, черт, все что ли? А последняя фраза. И как Вера, и как... кровавая Мэри. О, нифига себе. Ну что ж, друзья, вот на этом вот завершается 5-й эпизод игры Волк Среди Нас. Уверен, что 1-го сезона, 2-й будет обязательно. Тут... О! Я реально даже не знаю, что думать. Или это что-то из прошлого как-то связано, или эти как-то все личности связаны под покровом этого шкуры. И только принц мог видеть ее настоящую красоту. То есть, может быть, Нериса это Вера, или Вера это Нериса. Ну, хотя, в принципе, получается... Так, надо мозговать, короче, эту тему. Ну, вот такая вот концовочка интригующая. О, блин. Ладно, по игре. Мы и еще 68,6% игроков убили Джорджи. Прекратили его мучения. О, блин. Мы 89,6% игроков вернули скрюченного дядечку в живых. Мы и 47,4% игроков решили заключить скрюченного дядечку в тюрьму. Мы и 98,5% игроков взяли подарок Тиджея для Снежки. Мы и 54,8% игроков ответили, что что мы хотели. Короче, надеемся, что сделали лишь что-нибудь хорошее в диалоге с Нерисой. Ну, вот такая вот игра. Буду с нетерпением ждать 2-го сезона. Понравилось вообще все. Концовка интригующая, там более чем. Спасибо огромное за просмотр. Комментируйте обязательно. Ставьте лайки, если понравилось. Подписывайтесь на канал, потому что мы обязательно пройдем и второй сезон. И обязательно также будем проходить еще и «Ходячие мертвецы». Это игра тоже от Telltale Games. Первый сезон вышел до, получается, «Волк Среди Нас». Второй сезон вышел после. «Волк Среди Нас». Прохождение будет уже очень-очень скоро. Так что не пропустите. Тоже думаю, что будет очень интересно. С вами был Евгений Лагунов. Это был канал Яблус Гейм. Спасибо огромное вам за просмотр. Всем пока.